All right, let's keep it going. Can you guys hear me? So this is a webinar. So I can't hear you, so you can chat on the chat box for keeping the session more interactive. So anytime you have a question or something, you can type on that. So can you hear me? So we're having good attendance today. I see people from different places. Very glad to see people from different states. We have a couple of international participants also. So very glad to have them here. Thanks for that. Okay, it's almost time, so let's keep it going. Okay. Hey, hello everyone. My name is KK, and my entrepreneurial friends call me Rebel KK because the methods I follow are not straightforward. It's more rebel, so that's where the name came from. Thank you so much for joining. This session is going to be really a life-changing session, and it has helped so many people build their own startups, and I am hoping it will help you also. So let's get it started, right? In between, if you have any questions, you can just chat. And also, I would like you to type your name and the location, the city, basically, city and the country. Just type your name, which city you are from and which country you are joining from. So that way, everybody else can also see. So you can just say hi, hello, and all that stuff. So hey, hi, Hina, Hyderabad, India. Thanks for joining. Hey, Saif, Bangalore, India. So keep it going, guys. Just type yourself where you're from, and then any questions you have, you can raise your hand. And also there is a button called raise your hand, and then you can type your message, and then I will try to get to the answer. I still see new people are joining in the session. Keep it going. So without any further delay, let's get into the session. So can you see my screen? Perfect. Once again, guys, this is Rebel KK. This course is on build your own startup. And these are my social platforms. Feel free to scan and follow me on the social media so that every day I'll be posting some interesting content that will help in your journey of building your own startup. So how to build your own startup, even if you have no experience or funds. So a lot of people have an ideas, but maybe don't know on how to build it, especially when there is no experience and not much funds on hand. But please don't worry. I have been there myself. When I started my first startup, I didn't had any experience on building startups, and also not much funds in my hand, but still somehow I tried, and I'm here. It took so long, but now with all the information, you don't have to waste your time, and also you don't have to waste your money. So we'll talk more on that. The proven formula to kickstart your dream startup. So this is a proven formula, guys, because I gave the same formula to some of my friends and people that I've known in the network, and also on the previous sessions. And trust me, the results are amazing, and people are super happy. Now they are all entrepreneurs. So we sometimes work together and share the knowledge and all that stuff. Now, are you all ready to build your own startup, guys? You can chat, you can put your messages on the chat. The question is, are you ready to build your startup? You have to tell me, are you ready now? Or you thinking maybe I'll start next year or next month and keep postponing forever? A simple question to ask yourself, are you all ready to build your own startup? Answer, you can type on the chat. I'll take a look at it. Yes, I'm ready. I need some ideas. Amazing. So keep it going. Definitely. Someone says ready but not confident. Please don't worry. Please don't worry. I have helped. And if you are really desperate and if you really want to build it, I'm here, guys. Simply to say I'm here because I love helping people. I love having startups around me. So please don't worry about it. Okay. So let's get to the next slide. Why this is different, right? You might have a question on why this is different. Because my goal for this webinar itself is different, guys. My goal for this webinar is to make you take that first step to build your dream company. I have seen so many of my friends who came to me and said different stories on, hey, KK, we have an idea. We've been thinking for many years and we are going to build it next time, or when my salary gets increment, or when my funds came in, or any different reason. I'm super frustrated listening to that. So my goal is this, to make you take that first step, because they say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So if I can able to make you take that first step, that's the half battle. So I'm here to make you take that first step, guys, but you should be ready to take that action. Okay. To see you run your multi-million-dollar company. Now what? After you took your first step and you started building it, maybe it may take months or years. It doesn't matter. But one day, if you're running your multi-million-dollar company, I would definitely love to see that. Okay. And I want to see you build the next big thing. So many new startups are coming every day and they're like $1 million companies, right? And I want to see you build that next big thing. And I want to see you as an entrepreneur. As a whole, today, you might be a college student, or you might be a 9 to 5 job holder, or you might be doing some small business. But overall, I want to see you as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, it's totally different. So I want to see you an entrepreneur. And of course, I want to party with you in Las Vegas, guys. What's wrong? So imagine we build some companies anywhere in the world, in India, different state, different city, towns, or a small villages, it doesn't matter. But we go to Las Vegas to celebrate. How cool is that, right? Next, who is this webinar for? I want to make it very clear that who this webinar is for. If you're a college student, doesn't matter, you are in the college, you are still between your education, or you have finished your college, doesn't matter. You have an intention to start your company, there is no age limit. Okay. And or also, if you are a 9 to 5 job holder and you are not happy with that, and you have a passion to build your dream company, this session is for you. So this session is for these kind of people. Now ask yourself a question. Did you fall under this? Did you fall under this? You are a student, or you finished your college, or you are a 9 to 5 job holder, or you are at home. You could be a homemaker, no problem. You want to do something, be it be small business or a big $1 billion business, doesn't matter. Do you want to start your company? And this session is for you. If you stay in this webinar till the end, you have a surprise, guys, because the point is, I know it's in the evening right now, maybe in a different country, it's an early morning, sitting in a webinar for 1 hour. Could you think maybe I can do few other things? You might get distractions, but I want to tell you guys, there is a surprise for you. This surprise is only for you if you be in this webinar until the end. So you will be able to position yourself as an entrepreneur, run your own company successfully. So once you finish this session, your life is going to change, guys. You are going to be an entrepreneur and you will be running your company successfully. Once again, let me introduce myself. This is Rebel KK. I am founder and CEO of Instabits. Instabits is a on-demand discounts platform where you get a restaurant food discounts instantly through bidding system. Okay, we can talk more about Instabits later. You can check yourself online. Today's session is not more about myself. It's about how to make you start your companies. So you can follow me on my Instagram, which is rebel_KK. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. You might be wondering who this guy is, what he have done. Does he have a qualifications to coach me? Does he really make me build my own startup? So to answer your questions, I want to tell you that what I have gained firsthand and what I have done, I want to just tell you. So I have built startups in 2 countries. I have built startups in USA. I also built startups in India. Now, 5 startups is what I have built. Actually, 4 completed, and the current one is Instabits that I'm running. So last 10 to 12 years, completely, I've dedicated my life in building companies. Okay, not only building my companies, I also help my friends' companies or network people companies, and I am a co-founder in a couple of other American startups. So Instabits, quickly, as I just said, it's a instant discounts platform. Real Reputation is a platform that is built in US. Robust Global Solution is based out of Bangalore, India. Temptis is also placed in Bangalore, India. Jiffy Rides, it's an on-demand carpooling platform that I built in Chicago, United States. So these are the 5 companies I have successfully built, and I gained so much experience. Now, I also participate in a non-profit organization called Joining the Dots. This is just for my satisfaction, or just to show that my responsibility towards poor kids, to provide them higher education. So I love to participate in helping people. Now, I am also part of a tech incubator called 1871 in Chicago. And that's one of the biggest incubator in Midwest America, which holds 700 startup companies under one roof, which means when you go inside that incubator, you will be interacting with 700 startup founders, CEOs, CMOs, and all crazy creative people, right? So you share knowledges, you share experiences, you help each other. The whole ecosystem is incredible. So that is 1871. You can Google it, and it's a cool place. And also in India, as you all know, Anna University, it's one of the most prestigious universities. And we are also part of Anna University incubation, right? It's in Chennai. Again, it's also a place where you share knowledge, you mingle with other entrepreneurs, and a lot of startup companies are evolving, or which are going to be the next big things in India. Now, I have done my entrepreneurship essentials course in Harvard Business School. Again, Harvard Business School, everyone knows about it. It's one of the prestigious colleges in the world. So I was lucky enough to have my studies, at least build my knowledge, being part of Harvard Business School. And I also teach college students as a guest lecturer. My specialization is entrepreneurship. So these days, students, they are so much passionate towards becoming entrepreneurs, but the college syllabus doesn't have anything about starting your own company. So some of the colleges took an initiative to call a guest lecturers like me to talk to the students about startups, entrepreneurships and all. So again, I do this. This is in Chicago, by the way. Now, I have to tell you a fun side of me, right? It's not about just building startups and being crazy and all that stuff. I also try to do some cool, fun stuff. So maybe you can call it as I'm crazy or whatever. So my mind thinks like what a human being can do, right? If someone says you cannot do it, I would strongly defend and I go for it. So I have successfully completed my private pilot course, and I fly aeroplanes, and I'm part of Chicago Executive Flight Club and also Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association member. You can watch some of my fun flying videos on YouTube channel, which is Rebel KK. So on the weekends or a monthly couple of times, I have a hobby of renting a plane and then flying like a couple of hours or going to 4 or 5 hours of distance places, spending there a couple of days and then coming back, kind of a stuff. So as an entrepreneur, you can also do it, guys, because entrepreneur life gives this kind of creativeness and flexibility to do anything that you want in your life. Now, I also play golf, right? So golf, again, it's a very, for me, it didn't happen early in my life, but I've been playing golf for last 7, 8 years. And I also now play as a professional golfer in Chicago Golf League and also Lafarge Wholesome Golf League. So I really love it. And if you get a chance, I would strongly encourage you, wherever there are golf courses, even in India and cities there are, when you get a chance, go to a golf course and meet some cool people there. Definitely, it will be a great experience. Or if you ever in Chennai, you can just ping me, and then one of the weekends we can go together too. Now, as you just see here, this is all a different kind of fun stuff that I do, and meet people, places, and all that stuff. Now, I also have another interesting thing is going and meeting the world leaders. Like whenever I get a chance, I try to go meet people and talk to them and all that stuff. So you can see on the top right corner, it's Steve Case. He's the founder of First America Online First AOL email platform. And you see a governor of Illinois, Mr. J.B. Pritzker. We have a couple of senators here, and there are a couple of Indian politicians like AP ex-chief minister and also Tamil Nadu ex-chief minister. So all these people, I had a great pleasure to interact with them and discuss. So that's about me, guys. Now let me ask you a question, right? Now let me ask you a question. How long have you been thinking to start your dream company? Just type it on the chat box. How long you've been thinking yourself, right? Was it yesterday? Was it from last month, or was it from last year, or many years you've been thinking, hey, I want to start my business, I want to start my company, right? How long you've been thinking? Just type on the chat messages, guys. Chat messages. How long? I'm going to give a minute here. Oh my God, 4 years, 4 years. 4 years is too long, Satya. And then Sham, 2 years, right? On 1 year, man, 2 years, a month, many years. See, as you were just thinking, years are passing just like that, guys. 2 years ago, COVID hit us and gone. 2 years are gone. So time flies fast. So point is this: if you can't make a decision today, trust me, after 1 year, again, you're gonna be thinking the same thing. So this is not the time for just thinking, guys. The world is for doers, for creators, not thinking. So trust me, let us put Let us all put an end to think, right? For thinking, let us start doing it. Okay. Thanks for your participation on the chat messages. Now, what do you want to become? You have to ask yourself. This question is for yourself. What do you want to become? Do you want to just continue your life as a student, or do you want to continue your life as just a 9 to 5 jobber, or a homemaker, or just live your life? Or the other side, do you want to become an entrepreneur? That is something you have to put in your mind very strongly. Now, I will tell you my experiences, right? When I started my career as an entrepreneur, do you think it was it was easy? This is like 10, 12 years ago. It was definitely not easy, because those days the resources were less. Uh, the the information was not as much as we have today. The guidance was not there. Funds were not there. People, the investors were not as many people as we have today. So everything was difficult when it was like 10, 12 years ago when I started, right? And now after 10 years, I discovered all these things in a hard way. Today, yes, I'm well experienced. I've done it, all good things, but it didn't come easily, right? It didn't come easily. I had to take all those things in a very hard way, which I'm going to share with you, and you don't have to go through all the hard ways, right? If you've been struggling to identify how to kickstart building your dream company, this is why. Definitely, this is why. You're not sure on how to start your dream company. You are struggling because you're not sure to how to start your dream company, because no college has taught you on how to build your dream company. Yes, college syllabus, they don't have a subject to build the startups. That's an unfortunate situation. And no proper guidance available in your network. Yes, you have a lot of people around, but maybe no one who have already started a startup company. And no funds. Yes, we all are coming from very humble beginnings. We don't have like so much money in our pocket just to go out and spend and try and lose all the money. So for all these reasons and many other reasons, you are not sure, right? Now, let's look into the secrets for you to build your dream startup. Let us talk about the secrets. 3 secrets. Number 1, why building your own startup is better than going to 9 to 5 job. Number 2, how to build a world-class startup that attracts investors. And number 3, how to avoid mistakes to build a successful startup. Let us talk one by one. Now, secret number 1, why building your own startup is better than going for a 9 to 5 job. Now, I'm not saying 9 to 5 job is bad, because I used to be a 9 to 5 job holder when I started my career. I have seen that world also. I have seen an entrepreneur world also. And still some of my friends are still in 9 to 5 job. And I have many other friends that are entrepreneurs. So I can very well compare my personal experiences in these two fields. So there is no disrespect for a 9 to 5 job holders. If you are happy, no problem. But someone who are not happy, and that is what this slide is going to tell, how your life is going to be as an entrepreneur, right? Let's see one by one. 9 to 5 job holders, most of them are dissatisfied with your salaries. Even though you're getting increments year by year, whatever it is, you tell me, are you happy? Actually, the answer was no. I have my own friends who are not happy, who are already making so much of money. Now, on the other side, as an entrepreneur, you pay salaries to your employees, guys. That is the incredible thing. Being an entrepreneur, the most satisfaction is when you put your signature on the paychecks to your employees. They go home very happily, which means you are taking care of so many people. That is a great satisfaction you'll get as an entrepreneur. Now, as a 9 to 5 job holder, you can take holidays. You know that. But as an entrepreneur, you can go on holidays whenever you want. You can even work sitting on a beach, That you cannot do being a 9 to 5 job holder. Now, you do party, 9 to 5 people also party, but they mostly party with their friends and just colleagues. But entrepreneurs, trust me, pretty soon you gonna get a different connections and you'll be partying with celebrities. There is no big change in lifestyle, guys. Like I said, the day starts, day ends, years pass by. I don't see a big changes in the lifestyle. But as an entrepreneur, you will start seeing a luxurious life. Whatever salary you're making today's world, most of the employees, they're considered as middle class, and that's all it is. But here, as an entrepreneur, you will have ups and downs, but you will become a HNI, a high net worth individual. No chance at all to become a millionaire, guys. Maybe rare, like million to one, I should say, but hardly you can become a millionaire. But here, as an entrepreneur, not only a millionaire, you can even become a billionaire. You can't motivate others just by doing a regular job. There is not much to motivate. But as an entrepreneur, you can become a role model. Here, the whole thing is almost fixed, like, one house, maybe one or two cars, and this stupid EMIs every month you need to pay. The life sucks, right? Now, as an entrepreneur, you will be living in big mansions. You'll be driving like your dream supercars. You will do whatever you want. Fear of losing job at any time. So that's another big problem. You may be performing a very best employee of the year, but you never know when they will fire you and you are like scared, right? But as an entrepreneur, just imagine, even if you fail in your company, you don't care much, because next day you will start a new company altogether. You will be building another idea and starting another company, and you know how to do it because you are an entrepreneur. You have sources to a lot of great people, you have access to the net investors, and you have already built startups. So for you, building another startup, it is not a big deal. So that's how the differences are. Now again, quickly, let's see, as an entrepreneur, what all you can do, right? You can create jobs. You give your children a big life, guys, that you didn't had. People talk about you and your achievements, right? You will be making multiple streams of passive income. That's the beauty of entrepreneurship. You won't just make money through one revenue channel. You will have a multiple passive incomes. You will build tools and solutions for this world. Any new idea you build, you see next day the whole world is using it. So you're making a world a better place. You can donate millions to charities, guys. Let's like, just like Bill Gates and other great people, they donate so much money to charities and taking care of the world. Your life will be thrilling rather than being boring. Your life will be thrilling. You guide others to build their startups. Today you are learning how to build, but over the time you will become that person who teaches other people to build their startups. Finally, you will make your dreams come true. Definitely, you will make your dreams come true. Now, let's get into the secret number 2, right? How to build a world-class startup that attracts investors, right? Let us see. Now, a question you should ask yourself: why do I need investor, right? People might be thinking, hey, I have a little bit money, so why do I still need an investor, right? There is a big difference running a startup company with investor and without investor, guys. That is something you need to know, right? What happens when you bring an investor, right? What does he do? It is to support your dream financially, which means you are building your dream, your passion with their money. How cool is that? Now, to build a great product, with a less money, you may build a small product or a product that works very mediocre. But when you have investors fund, you can make your product incredible and you are ready to go. To run the company smoothly, if you have a limited funds, always you have a fear of, oh, can I hire this guy? Can I pay this much salaries? Can I spend money on the marketing? All these things. But when you have an investor next to you, you will run your company very, very smoothly. To expand to other regions, again, if you don't have funds, you are just running your company in one city where you are. But If you have investors, you will plan on expanding it to other regions or even making it international. To raise multiple rounds of funding. Again, guys, investment is not like one time you raise money and then you are done for the rest of the company's life. Investment is like every now and then you raise more and more and millions of funds and take your company to the next level. This is purely to become successful, right? You will become successful when you have an investor with you. Now, to attract investors, what do you want, right? To attract investors. Now, investors don't come to you just like that. Oh, okay, you have an idea. Okay, I'm coming. No, you need to go to them with a certain things. Let us talk about that, right? You need to have a great idea. You need to have a really, really great idea. And you need to have a market validation. Idea alone is not enough, guys. You have to have a market validation. And you need something to show them. When you go to investor, you cannot just say, hey, I have a nice idea. Verbally, you cannot tell them. They don't understand. So you need to have something in your hand to show them. Your personal profile should be great because they will also look into you, right? For example, you go and meet somebody, they will also look like, who is this guy? What is his background? Who all he is in network with and all that stuff before giving you their money, because they don't give money to strangers. Now your professional network should be good. Same thing, right? You need to know a lot of people in the professional area, in the entrepreneurial network. That will be really good. Sorry for this. Sorry for the order. So you need a killing investment pitch deck. Again, pitch deck is something you really have to have so that you can attract the investors. And you need a rock solid forecast sheet. Forecast sheet is a huge document where you put all your numbers for the next 1 year, 3 year, 5 years, and all that stuff. Now you need to have a well-defined business plan. Business plan is really a big document, which also will have all the details that you definitely have to attract investors. You should be a good presenter. Now, once you have all those things, who's gonna talk to the investor? It's you. So you need to be a good presenter, right? Now, let's once again quickly look at what's required to build a startup. I know you all want to build your own startup, but do you know what's all required to build your startup? Let's see. A great idea is must, and a market validation, as we discussed, is must, and prototype or a website and social presence, contracts and all you should have. Outstanding personal profile, guys. As I said, you need to have an incredible online profile, and you need to also have a very good professional entrepreneurial investor network. Again, sorry for the order. You need to have a killing investment pitch deck. You need to have a forecast sheet. You need to have a business plan. You need to have a presentation skills and more, right? So now let me ask you a question, guys. How to build them all? You should tell me how to build them all. Do you know to build all of those things that we have spoken? Ask yourself. You can type on the chat box that, do you really know how to build them all? I'm going to read some of the chats. Don't feel shy. You just have to be honest with you. You have to tell them, to raise $1 million, you need all those things. And honestly, do you know how to build? As when I started my startup company, I have zero knowledge. I have no idea what all these things are. So definitely, uh, you should ask yourself. And thanks for being very honest. As you were saying, no, not sure about the forecast. No, 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 no. I've been seeing people saying no. No problem, guys. Don't worry at all. Don't worry at all, right? And that too, especially when you have no experience, right? Definitely. So I understand. Now, please, please, please don't worry. I'm seriously telling you, there is no worry at all, because I have helped many people in building their startup. That is the confidence that I have to even give you this webinar. If I don't have a confidence, I won't just come to this webinar and say like, hey, I will teach you. But I somehow am very much confident that I know how to teach, and I have already taught people. Now they are running their startups. So how satisfaction it is, right? So please don't worry, I'm here. Now, secret number 3, how to avoid mistakes to build a successful startup. Now, trust me, guys, for some people, they might have some idea and they will start building it and they will do mistakes. Trust me, this is just like a driving a car. Two things. One, you don't know how to drive a car, still it is safe, but you know a little bit, that's more dangerous. I'll tell you why, right? Now, mistakes a first time founders do, right? This is just like a first time people, not much of a knowledge, not much of a guidance. This is some of the mistakes they do, right? They don't know how to follow the sequence of steps. It can't be like, it's like a cooking food. You need to follow the process. It comes one after one. So you have to follow the sequence of steps. The first time founders don't know that. And get suggestions, advices from someone who have never built a startup. So that is another big mistake people do. They have an idea and they will ask someone sitting next to them or someone in their family or in the office. Even they have not built a startup. Now you getting an advice or a suggestion from them, how is it going to help you? That is a big mistake, because they will just suggest whatever they think it is right. So that's another mistake people do, guys. Now, spend money first on building the full product without validating it. Okay, so they have a beautiful idea, they take money from their bank or a credit or something, and they build it without properly validating. Then what? They put it in the market, nobody buys. That's it, complete loss. They'll get completely demotivated and depressed and then gone. So that's another mistake. And not pivoting at the right time. So pivoting, some of you who doesn't know startups, pivoting might be a new term, but somebody who already know it, no problem, you're good. So pivoting is something like changing the strategy quickly to make it successful. That is most important in startups. And hiring the wrong partners and employees, guys. How many people I've heard, maybe you might have heard that, oh, my co-founder is not good, my employee is not good. So people, guys, people have to be really, really good with you. It's like a team, right? You're playing a football, you're playing a cricket. You need to have a great team members. Now, pricing the product wrong. Some people build a product, but they don't know how much it costs and they will ask for more. Sometimes they will ask for very less. That is also wrong. And not doing proper competitor analysis. This is another mistake. You think this idea is incredible and you don't do a proper competitor analysis and you build it. You spend time, you spend money, you go into market, suddenly somebody comes and like, that's it. You are like, you don't know what to do. You don't have an investor to back you money. You cannot compete with that big company. They are going to kill us. So that is another mistake if we do it without having a proper guidance. Now, delaying or postponing things. Startups are fast, guys. We don't have a time to become a millionaire like 10 years. Those days are gone. We have to make a decisions pretty fast and act on them without postponing or delaying. So good or bad, we will see it fast. That's what the thing about being this. Not having like-minded people around in your network. So that's another problem. It's only like 4 people that you know all your life, and where will that take you? So you need to have a great people around you and in your network. Now, more than those mistakes, there are terrible mistakes. I want to just couple of them I want to mention here as wrongly structuring the company. When it comes to the legality of it, if you structure your company wrongly, trust me, today you are small, no problem. But in 6 months or 1 year, say you become $1 million company. And if your company shares equity, if that was not structured properly, it is going to make your life so terrible. So you need to do it in the right way. Choosing a wrong co-founder, guys. Now, startups, mostly you will have some co-founders, or sometimes you can start all by yourself alone. But when you choose a co-founder, you have to be really, really, really careful, because They say this co-founder thing is like a marriage. So it is not easy, especially in the startups, to even get a divorce. So there is a more care to be taken when you are actually choosing a co-founder. Not validating the idea. As I said, the idea has to be validated, and building a product instead of an MVP. MVP stands for minimum viable product. That is what you need to build before building a full product. Asking for funds in the wrong way. Yeah, you want $1 million, but if you ask it in the wrong way, nobody is going to give you. So you have to be smart, be prepared, and then go properly pitch. Trust me, you will get $1 million funding before even you start your company, right? Do you want to do that mistakes? Now, guys, be honest. Think about all these mistakes. Think about all these mistakes. Finally, you took a first step on starting your dream company, and you again fall in that pit of doing mistakes. Ask yourself, you can type in the chat box, do you want to do those mistakes? Be honest. Type on the chat box, guys, do you want to do those mistakes? I'm reading, right? Good. So yeah, keep going. Definitely you don't want to do those mistakes. And by doing those mistakes, what happens? You waste your time and you waste your money. So that is a big thing. So please think twice about yourself. Now, can you do this? The question again I'm asking you guys, can you do all these things by yourself, right? Can you do all these things by yourself? Be honest. Think about it. All these things, attracting investors, preparing those 10 points I've discussed, and also not doing mistakes, running the company safely without having future problems, and becoming a millionaire, becoming an entrepreneur, changing your lifestyle, changing life for your kids, guys. Your kids are going to be going in a big cars one day purely because of an action you have taken today. So you have to ask yourself, can you do all these things? If your answers are no, don't worry, guys. Definitely, please don't worry. As I told you, I've helped people and I am going to help you. You know why and you know how. By giving you a course, because startup is not like a quick thing, or it is not like a secret formula like a baking a cake. It's not like a simple formula. Startup is a sequence of steps, as I said. So I have put 10 sessions for this, a fast 10 sessions. For me it took like 12 years. So what I did was, I took most of the learnings and all the mistakes and created a 10 sessions on quickly giving those knowledge to you, so that you just follow them, do it. So you are building and you are not wasting time, you're not wasting money. So that's the about these 10 sessions, guys. Okay. Now, again, I want to ask you, why are you here in this webinar? Trust me, this webinar, it's not just to gain knowledge about what I'm saying. You might have gained knowledge here and there. Maybe you can watch a YouTube video and gain knowledge, gain. Gaining knowledge is not much of an use. It is more useful when you actually implement it, right? Ask yourself, you have so much knowledge, but you have to implement it. So you are here to actually, why? To build your own startup. If you build your own startup, you are next to millionaire. You are an entrepreneur. So today you are here not just to gain, please. You are here to take that first step and build your startup. Let us build your startup, guys. Okay. Now, as we discussed in the secret to how to build a world-class startup that attracts investors. Now, to go to investors and ask them for $1 million, you need, you know what and all you need? As we discussed this slide, so I'm going to go fast. great idea. You need to have a great idea. You need to have a market validation, prototype, websites, outstanding entrepreneurial profile, good startup network, well-defined business plan. Sorry for the order. Rock solid forecast and investment pitch deck, guys. It should be like a movie trailer. So the investor gives you a check, and the presentation skills, like you are like a director explaining a movie story to the hero or a heroine. So like that, you need to have a great presentation skills. So session one, we'll talk about, as I said, I have put all my experience as a formula and I created only 10 sessions. You will be shocked. I mean, my friends actually didn't believe me. Now they're like, oh my God, in 10 sessions, how can I put someone without any knowledge just in 10 sessions? Now they are like going to investors and sitting relaxed and saying like, hey, I want like 3 crores, I want like 6 crores, I want like 10 crores. And investors are giving them because they have prepared all those things. And imagine next month, if you get 3 crores of investment for all the things, these 10 sessions that you have done, 3 crores of investment, how cool is that? You have never imagined in your life. So first session, I'm going to talk about idea validation. So I have put all the secrets, formulas, everything in the idea validation on how to do that, right? So these sessions, my sessions, usually I have some friends or colleagues or my courses. I have these courses separately also, that people come and purchase from me. But today it's all about not selling individual courses. My point is not giving you knowledge, guys. As I said, this is all about making you build it, right? So the first session is how to validate your idea. This session helps you save a lot of time and money you spend building your company without validating idea in the first place, right? Usually it's 5,000 rupees value that people buy here and there. So that's about that session. Number two, it's a market validation. Without proper market validation, if you build it, you don't know, people will come and buy you, right? If they don't pay, you're not going to make money. And you cannot run the company. Some competitor will come and just kill you. So a lot of things will happen, guys. Or at the same time, if you do the proper market validation, competitor may come and buy your company for maybe 20 crores, 50 crores, you never know. So this course is like 7,000 value. Next, session three is building online presence. Now, building online presence, you have to have an online presence, guys. You have to have. So this session is about building your total portfolio online. Okay, it will teach how you can build yourself just by drag and drop tools and write social media pages and all that stuff. And it is 7,500 value, that session alone. Now session four is building a prototype. Let's say you have that great idea. Now you need to have a working product, at least a minimum viable working product. Now that is what I will teach you in this session, on how you can build it, and you can just show to the investors, ask for their money rather than just asking them verbally. And that's 7,500 value. Now session 5 is building entrepreneur profile. You need to have an entrepreneur profile already to go and talk to investors. Now this entrepreneurial building profile session is incredible, highly valuable to attract the investors. And I have a guest presenter, a guest speaker to take this session, guys. This session is going to be taken by Mr. Vinod Ramakannan. He's a well-renowned personal branding guru, and he's also one of the top, India's top master in LinkedIn profile building. So you are going to directly get the knowledge of building your entrepreneurial profile by Mr. Vinod Ramakannan. It's highly valuable. I personally requested him to come and give you this session, and he agreed to that. Now Session 6, building your startup and investor network. You have to have investor network. Now, anyone, you can tell yourself who all people in your network, guys. You ask yourself, who all you know? You know, maybe your classmates, your college mates, your neighbors, maybe some other workplace people. That's what your network, right? And your family and all. Now imagine you have a network of startup people and you have a network of investors. How cool it is going to be. And we will tell you on how you can build that network on your LinkedIn or of social media, that you have like 40 investors already friends of you before even asking them. That is the beauty of this session. So this session itself is 14,000 rupees value if you are taking it separately, right? Now, session 7, building a business plan. Guys, trust me, startup, before even you build it, you need a big plan, right? Without a plan, you won't make it successful. So you need a big business plan. And that business plan is like 35 to 40 pages document, guys. It contains information about your revenue, expenses, product building, salaries, profit and loss. So, oh my God, so many things will be there in that business plan, which you need it. And it is not easy to just build a plan without experience. So that alone is a 15,000 value. Now, session 8 is about building forecast and valuation. This is another incredible exercise that you do, because today you're building, today company is just starting. This document tells in 1 year how much value your company is, how much revenue your company will make, how much expenses, and it builds for 1 year, 3 year, 5 years. So all the valuation you will do it, and it will contain balance sheets, investments, profit and loss, and whatnot. So this sheet itself, if you go to any auditor or somebody, they will charge at least 70,000-80,000 rupees. So the course alone itself is 25,000 value. And now, building an investment pitch deck. An investment pitch deck. This is like creating a trailer or a teaser of a new movie that is coming up, right? An investment pitch deck to show it to your producer. In this case, he's an investor. So you need to have a beautiful eye-catching pitch deck, guys, to impress the investors. And I will teach you on how you can create, in what sequence you need to put it, and what all information you have to incorporate in that 16, 17, 18 pages of a investment pitch deck, where an investor looks at it and he will be like taking check and writing you a big check for crores. So that itself is 15,000 value. Now the last session, right? Last but not least, once you have all your idea, market validation, pitch deck, forecast, business plan, you have everything. Now, who is going to talk for you? It is you, because you are the founder, you are the CEO, you are the entrepreneur. So you are going to present it. Now, there is a skill that you need to develop for presentations. Now, if you build that, trust me, you are going to amazingly impress the investor, and you're going to get that $1 million check from him. So those skills I will teach you on how you can really become a great presenter. And that itself is a 10,000 value, guys. Okay. Now let us look all the things together once again, right? What you're going to get in this 10 sessions, a session on how to validate your idea, which is a 5,000 value, and a session on how to do a market validation, that's a 7,000 value, building online presence, 7,500 value, building prototype. I'll show you how to build a prototype, and that's a 7,500. Building an entrepreneur profile, guys. An entrepreneur profile, building a network is definitely not easy thing. As an unknown person, you cannot send a friend request to $1 million investor. They won't accept it. So you have to build a beautiful profile. That's a 9,000 value. And building the investor network, as I said, before you make money, You are building friendship and network with investors, and that's a 14,000 value. Now, building a business plan. This is 35-40 page document, and it's a huge work involved. But I have tools. I have a beautiful tools that I'm gonna give it to you, and you will be surprised that your 45 pages of business plan will be ready in 2 days. You're ready to talk to a banks, ready to talk to investors, ready to show it to anybody. Your plan is ready. That's how fast I'm gonna make you use by all these courses. Next, building a forecast. Again, if you go to an auditor or a specialist, a valuation analyst, they'll charge you lakhs. And there are some YouTubes and all that will explain, but they will only explain. In this case, I am gonna give you the template itself. So you just gonna enter your numbers, and with the short exercise, your forecast report is beautifully ready. And that course is like 25,000 value. And building an investment pitch deck. As I said, pitch deck is like a movie trailer. It's not easy. You have to sell it before you make the actual movie. So it's a 15,000 value. And developing a presentation skills, guys. This is a soft skill that will help you all your life, not only for presenting pitch decks, it is for everything. So that presentation skills itself is 10,000 value. Now, the total value of all these courses together is 1,15,000, right? Now, would you be able to do this? You should ask this question. Would you be able to do this? Now, as I told you earlier, you should ask, why are you here? This is not to gain just a knowledge. My intention is not to give you knowledge. Same way, your intention is not here, not to gain knowledge. And you are actually here to build your own startup. That is your intention. And my intention is to actually make you start the startup company, start it. You are building it. That is the objective. Okay. Now, if you become an entrepreneur, say you learned all these things and you become an entrepreneur, if all this did was helped you build your dream startup that you were thinking to build for a long time ago. Initially, you all typed on the chat window that you've been thinking for last 4 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, different time frames. Now, imagine if this course, the 10 session course, helps you to just build your dream startup. Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it? Next, if it helps you become financially independent and getting multiple streams of revenue, let's say you are making money in 2-3 different streams, passive income basically, and you don't have a EMIs, no loans, nothing, and you have so much bank balance, and would it be worth it? You have to ask yourself. Now, if it helps you live a life where you can impact the world bit, which means a lot of great people have created some solutions like inventing an iPhone, wireless, a lot of things, right? They have changed the world a little bit. They have impacted the world a little bit. Now, by attending these courses, you build something, you become a millionaire, and you change the world a little bit. Would it be worth it? Think about it, guys. Think about it. Now, that is why you can see why it's a good deal at 1,15,000 rupees. Just 1,15,000 rupees. But guys, remember, this session is not for me to make money. Trust me, with God's grace, I am in a good position. But this session is not to make money, but to make you start your start company. As I said, I want to make you start the company. That is why I'm giving you the whole 10 sessions hands-on for just 9,900, guys. It is not 1 lakh, not 50,000, nothing. It is just a 9,900. Now, if your life is going to change with this 10 courses, with this 9,900 rupees, if you're going to become a millionaire someday, if you're running a startup company, if you are Employing 10 people and paying them salaries, 9,900 is nothing. As I said, I can still charge 1,15,000 for all these things, but I'm okay to give for 9,900 rupees. So that is like for you to start your dream company. Okay. Now, surprise, guys. There is a surprise. Thank you so much for being until the very end of the session. It's going to be another 3 to 5 minutes. There is a surprise. Anyone guess it? As I said, I love to give surprises. At the same time, I want to give value for your being in the session. And end of the day, my goal is to make you start your dream company. So we both can be colleagues, we both can be founders, we both can be CEOs, we both can be an entrepreneurs, right? I want to build entrepreneur network. There are not many entrepreneurs around in this country or in this world, guys. Hardly maybe 1% of population. I want you also to join in that $1 million community. So I have a surprise, guys. Surprise for being in this session till end is personally, I want to give this course for you only for not 1,15,000, again, not even for 9,900, guys. Boom, just for 4,997. That's it. Simple. Just for 4,997, like under 5,000 rupees, guys. Like I said, that is not going to make me rich. At the same time, that is not going to break you anything. It is just to get your commitment so that you will take that decision, and at least today you will start building it. In a month you will go to the investor, and maybe by next month you will get a check for 2 crores, 3 crores. You never know how much you ask for, and for that 5,000 is nothing. So guys, register to this course. This is the QR code. Okay, there is a QR code. Scan it with your phones. Do it now, because the price, the 4,900 price, is only for the people who stayed till the end. Afterwards, that price is going to definitely change, guys, because as I promised you, I said there is a surprise at the end, and for that promise, I've reduced it to 4,900. So think about it. Don't waste your time. Like I said, you've been thinking to start building your company for like 3 years, 4 years and all. Simple, guys. If you postpone today also just for 5,000 rupees, you will repent, saying like, oh God, man, 5,000. I would have just paid and attended that course, and I would have started my company. So trust me, go for it. It's all up to you. Okay, this is the QR code, and maybe I can send you that link on a chat also. If not, I will send it to you over the email pretty soon. All right. Now, look at this. This is all the things you're gonna get. Total worth of it is 1,15,000, but you're gonna get it for just 499, 4,997. Any questions, guys? Chat box is open. If you have any questions, you can ask now. Any questions? Oh, someone asked for why can't I give it for free? Trust me, guys. Trust me, this is a psychology. There is a psychology behind it. It is not like me giving it for free. I don't care. My course is, I can give it for free. But anything taken for free doesn't have a value. If if a friend or someone come and suggest you, hey, do this, you won't do it. The same suggestion, if you go to a doctor or a psychiatrist, and if that doctor suggests you after you pay like 3,000 rupees fee, you will definitely do it. So this is all about psychology, trust me, and you will know the value of it because you will get the commitment. So this is like a reverse psychology. You pay to the gym first. So because you paid, you're always gonna go. Okay. So trust me, for me, it is not a big deal, but giving free or you taking it free is not advisable for entrepreneurs. So being an entrepreneur, your mindset have to be different. You need some commitment, guys. You need something to be linked that pushes you to start your dream company. That's why. Okay. uh, I missed your webinar. How can I get this? Unfortunately, guys, this webinar I do it uh, like different time frames. I don't know when my next webinar is going to be, but I will find a way how I can bring you to the webinar. It's Zeda Sivakrishnan. I will let you know, right? And will you cover Amazon selling in your course, drop shipping? Trust me, Amazon selling and drop shipping and all, I know how to do it, but my objective is different, guys. I want to do something different than what other people are doing, right? So my job is to actually help you start a company. Even a drop shipping company you want to start, you need to have all these 10 things that I have told you. So that will help you on building your drop shipping courses or any other things. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So give me a second. Once again, somebody is asking for the QR code. I think the better would be I will give you a link itself. Hang on 1 second. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please feel free to just type it there. Okay. I have just posted on the chat box the link for signing up for this course. So you click on that link and sign up for the session. Okay. So once again, I have posted the link. You can just go there and register for that course, guys. Okay. Let me get back. Okay. Sorry, we were in this Q&A session. Great. So any other questions? Now, as you just see, this is what it is. Now I have a registration QR code on the screen. Also, you can just scan and get the course for just a very small amount. After this, the price is going to change, and I'm sorry for that. Okay. If you have any questions, you can reply to the one of the emails that you have already received, and me or my team will get back to you with all those questions, guys. Okay. Cool. So once again, thank you so much for everyone who have attended this session and been there from starting to end and availed this surprise, a different pricing. And I wish you all the very best building your own startup, right? Whether you take this course or not, I wish you success in building your startup, because I want to see you as an entrepreneur. As I said, one day we can go and party in Las Vegas. So guys, thank you so much. I wish you all the best. I wish you become an entrepreneur. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Bye.